Well, good evening and welcome to this year's Crystal Ball. We are so excited to have this event pulled together tonight. My name is Chris Hassling and I am the host for this evening, along with Christine Flatabo Dunnick.
It's perfect. It's perfect. You've got it.
I was so excited. But Flanabo Advancement has been a partner with our foundation for over 10 years. I am the board chair of the Mercy Hospital Foundation Board of Directors, and in fact, I mean, this foundation is just really hits home with me. I live in the community, and my mother has been part of the cardiac care team for over 20 years. So it means a lot to me to be part of this organization. This is one of my very favorites, and it is one of our family's charities of choice. As the pandemic set in, the desire to help our hospital has grown, and so has the need. It has been amazing to watch our community support us in so many ways, from PPE donations, cards of support, and also feeding our frontline workers. There's a special thanks to Home Furniture, who donated over 5,000 meals over the course of a month. What a commitment, and thank you to everyone who has supported Mercy during these challenging times. Your gifts matter.
Thank you, folks, for being with us tonight. It means so much. You're going to hear stories from many people that have been impacted by Mercy Hospital, from the frontline heroes to patients and their families. The needs have never been greater at Mercy. And again, we're so grateful that you've joined us tonight. Mercy is open for their services, but we also want you to know that they are helping with COVID patients. At this time, there's approximately 25 people receiving COVID care. Later in the program, we're going to be asking you to join us and participate in a way that's meaningful to you, whether that's the live auction or it's a direct donation to the emergency care updates or the cardiac care updates. We're so grateful that you've joined us tonight. In the past, almost 500 people have been a part of this, and you've gathered together. Of course, that's not possible tonight, and we're hoping that even more people have joined us tonight. In the past, we're so thankful for what you've done. You've raised millions for ICU, mental health, surgical services, forensic nurse examiner, patients' emergency funds, and the list goes on and on. Again, thank you for being with us. You're going to be inspired, and together we're going to make a difference.
Wonderful. And as we begin tonight, let me cover just a few of the logistics. Tonight's program is going to be best received by using two devices. If you have the opportunity with your smartphone or your tablet, stay plugged into our auction. Engage the auction. Continue bidding. Bid often. Bid higher. And if then with a second device or on a television, keep this program running live. We have got a 30-minute condensed program for you tonight, packed with absolutely wonderful stories, impactful, really mission-driven stories about what's happening at the hospital and how tonight's fundraising makes such a big difference for the hospital. So our auction is filled tonight with incredible items that you certainly need. Items for men, items for women, items for family, items for kids. So continue bidding. You've got until 9 o'clock tonight to keep bidding. And also, with the app, when you're online bidding there, you can check out a number of other connections, including the program for tonight. It's all on the app. So please check that out. Now, we're going to start with some of these stories that I mentioned. We have impact stories, and we really want to tell some stories about how your gifts are going to impact Mercy Hospital Foundation. And as you hear these, please consider making a cash donation. If it's not the auction, there is a way to click the donate button right on the app and give directly. And together we can make a huge difference tonight. So at this time, it is my honor to welcome Dr. Penny Wheeler, our Allina Health CEO, to the program as she talks about Mercy Hospital, Allina Health, and shares her personal stories.
Well, welcome. I am privileged and honored to be the CEO of Allina Health and really privileged to be with all of you here this evening. I wish we could all be together, as I know there's so many friendly faces that I've gotten to know well over the years, and these galas have always been inspirationally to me personally, and I think to us collectively, about the impact that Mercy has on this community. This gets very personal for me as well. My father-in-law, Joe, was one of the people who actually cut the ribbon on the opening of the hospital in 1965. He didn't know then that a couple of years later, his daughter would be severely burned, and Mercy would literally save her life. Joe also didn't know at the time that his last days of life would be comfortable and cared for with the talent and made better by the people at Mercy Hospital as they cared for his cardiac condition. It's no surprise to me that Mercy Hospital, along with Abbott Northwestern Hospital, our other hospital in Metro, were number 1 and 2 rated hospitals in the Metro market, and Mercy is consistently in the top 5 hospitals in the state. The excellence of care and the compassion of care that's provided here is just exceptional, and you are part of that exceptionality. The margin of excellence is due to the donors that exist in this room, who donate their time, their resources, their treasures in ways that are just remarkable for our community. We cannot thank you enough. Let's say that we all know that this is no ordinary time. COVID-19, if anything, has shown us the more dependent we are on the healthcare resources in our community, and our caring team members who have worked their hearts out to make sure the community is cared for, both those infected with the virus, but also those who have tremendous other needs are cared for in the right way. And again, we cannot do this well, especially now when we need this care the most, without your support, and I thank you for it. Tonight we're raising funds for 2 really important programs that exist at Mercy and that are increasing in their need. One is cardiovascular care and the other the emergency department care. So the cardiovascular care needs have increased by 20% in the last year, and we have an exceptional program here. We want to make sure it continues to fill the evolving needs of our community that we serve. In addition, our emergency room here serves over 100,000 a year through your support. So the cardiovascular care and the emergency care here, sustaining that and improving it continuously for the lives that we serve is so important. I don't think that anything illustrates that more than a story. And this is a story, frankly, I told about Mercy Hospital to the entire Allina Health community, all 28,000 people. It touched us all very deeply.
I'm used to loss. Well, as used to it as anyone can ever really be. But what I wasn't prepared for was my perfectly healthy, beautiful, energetic 14-year-old daughter being one more of those losses. Let me explain. For many years, my husband and I tried to start a family. After 2 miscarriages and 1 failed adoption, in August of 2006, we flew to China to meet our 8-month-old daughter. Her name was Emmy. We decided it was important for her to stay connected to her Chinese roots. So she started attending Yinghua Academy, a Chinese immersion school. There she played violin in the orchestra and served on student council. She even played on the volleyball team. The biggest reason we wanted Emmy to attend Yinghua was to learn Mandarin. And that was especially important when Emmy was in 6th grade. Emmy's brother, Junjun, was almost 4 years old when he joined our family. He had been in a special needs orphanage in Hangzhou, China, and for the first year he was at home, Emmy was our primary source of communication. He didn't know any English, and Dan and I didn't speak any Chinese. It was a great blessing to have her do that.
In the middle of their night, Her 14-year-old daughter, Emmy, got terribly sick. She actually turned to our resources of Allina Care online, and through that resource was quickly told that she needed to proceed to the nearest emergency room, and that emergency room is Mercy Hospital. She said, little did I know that the seconds saved would matter. They were literally in Mercy Hospital emergency room for 30 seconds when Emmy's blood pressure plummeted. She said that the talented team immediately ran to her and stabilized her.
I know how close I came to losing Emmy that day. It still chokes me up when I think about it. After the miracle that brought her to our family, I'm so grateful to Allina that they were able to keep me from having to endure yet another loss. I thank you for giving and for the impact your gifts will make on families like ours for years to come.
I join Emmy's mom in her gratitude for everything that Mercy brings to this community. The exceptional services holistically delivered that are delivered with incredible talent and compassion. So thank you for your support. And I look forward in a time where we can all gather and celebrate lives like Emmy's as she enters Spring Lake Park High School together. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. And thank you, Jory. The story moves me every time. Well, we cannot be together tonight in person. It is an honor to be working together to help support patients and work together on these causes that we're talking about tonight. A special hello to Jory and to your family who are watching live tonight, and to you too, Penny. Thank you. As we are bombarded daily with news related to the pandemic, I know I would like to hear from one of our emergency department physicians serving our community at Mercy. Between Mercy and Unity Campus combined, we see over 100,000 patients, as Penny noted. So what is it like now to work in the emergency room or for a patient? Or what if my family or I need care? Dr. Schwem sees patients at Mercy Campus.
My name is Michael Schwem. I'm the medical director of Mercy Emergency Department, and I would like to take a moment just to thank everyone who is either attending virtually, I know this year because of the pandemic. Thank you for being safe out there. We've made a lot of accommodations to make sure that patients come in here are safe, they're not exposed to other individuals, and they get their care in a timely fashion. Our department has grown by leaps and bounds over the last decade. A little over 10,000 more patients in 2019 than we saw in 2009. I think most of us that work down here would agree that we're not exactly built for that type of volume, but we make do. I think we do incredible work in this department. We've done the best that we can with the square footage that we have. We definitely need more space. We need more patient treatment areas. We need more square footage. We need places for our patients' families to sit while in the room so they don't feel like they're in the way of the nurse and the provider team. I think these are things that we need, and I think that we've outgrown our department significantly. A lot of our storage rooms have been overrun, and so a lot of our equipment spills out into the hallway. It's not because we're unkempt, it's because that's the only space we have. And our volumes continue to go up, but there is no sign that this is going to slow. Our hospital and our ED is a very necessary resource for the community. We've been able to prove our value to the community time and time again. Thanks to any donor, no matter how small of a donation you have, is highly appreciated. It makes a huge difference for our patients and for our staff.
Well, that is quite a look behind the scenes. Thank you, Dr. Schwem. Dr. Schwem has been at Mercy Campus for over 10 years. And it is amazing to hear from the medical staff and see the care that all the team members have. As a board member, I get the chance to hear these stories a little more often, and every time it moves me to continue working hard for the cause and the purpose of this foundation. I can't imagine what these past few months have been like for everyone in the essential, everyone who has been essential to providing care. It is why we worked, why we're doing the work here tonight, and why it matters so much. We just mentioned COVID, and as you've seen with Christine and I, distance this evening, we are appropriately distancing, and I couldn't help but think of that poster in the video about superheroes wear masks. When we get back together, we'll put our masks back on, but for tonight's program, we are properly spaced. And at this time, we want to turn to our hospital president. We have heard about the emergency department, and now Sarah Krieger will share more about the impact of COVID-19 on the hospital, and she'll address our cardiac care needs at Mercy.
Thank you for joining us tonight for Mercy Hospital's first virtual Crystal Ball. While it would have been so very special to be together and celebrating all that we mean to our community and all that you mean to our community and our hospital, I'm glad that you're viewing this tonight. I'm glad that you're maybe in small group parties watching the Crystal Ball and staying safe, most importantly. We're talking about funds tonight for two very special programs that are core to Mercy Hospital and our mission. The emergency department and services that are in dire need here. Our emergency department serves many patients day in and day out, and these improvements are needed to provide the level 2 trauma that we're known for. We're also going to talk about enhancements to our cardiovascular program, which is very important to Mercy Hospital as well. Both programs have been key to and core to actually our ranking as number 2 by U.S. News and World Report for metro hospitals. So things have really changed for us doing this virtually, but it doesn't mean we can't change how we do our work. And that actually has been something that we've been doing as a hospital in figuring out how to provide care for our community. And your support of the care that Mercy Hospital provides really becomes important to us and is something that we are so very thankful for. We don't become a number 2 ranked hospital just because of our name. We become that because of the staff who come every day to provide care, even through a pandemic. Coming into a hospital to work is scary right now, and it's something that our staff are fully committed to doing. And even though they put their lives at risk, they know that our community is counting on them, and they have been here. So I want to just make sure we all take a moment to think about the gratitude we have for our team members and what they're doing, especially during a pandemic, but every day, because that's what makes our programs excellent, are the care teams that we have. That means your gifts matter more than they ever have before. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Stark, who's going to tell you more about our cardiovascular program at Mercy Hospital.
Hello, good evening. I'm Randall Stark. I'm one of the cardiologists here at the Mercy Heart Center. Unusual circumstances today. We're on virtual mode. We're so lucky to have a community like we have in the Mercy Unity area, where we've seen constant and consistent growth in the cardiac care program here. We're very fortunate to have a community like this, and we're also fortunate to have the hospital system that supports us. Whether the metrics be the U.S. News and Report or health grades, the heart care program at Mercy is consistently rated among the best in the state and nationally also. We're in the middle of a pandemic. We've had to do things differently, and we're full speed here. We are not denying or slowing care for anybody. If you're having heart symptoms, they are important, and you should come in and be seen. We hope to add to our program. We're looking to add a cardiac PET CT. It's a molecular imaging device that is where the good and better heart programs in the country will all be. It's faster and more sensitive imaging, so the test results are more specific than our current imaging devices. So we're very excited to have it here at the Mercy Care Center. And I'd just like to close that we're lucky to be in this community. It's good to be in a community where you can come and get best of care right in your own neighborhood. Thank you.
Yeah, fortunately, our community has access to award-winning care, as we just heard about, and amazing doctors. But I am like many of you out there who are on the patient side. So let's hear from Jim, who has experienced Mercy Care during these challenging times of the pandemic. Truthfully, Jim is also a dear friend to our foundation staff. Normally, he would have been visited while he was at the hospital by our staff. But of course, that wasn't possible right now.
I'm Jim Best. I'm a 52-year resident of Coon Rapids, and for the last 29 years, I've lived about a mile from Mercy Hospital. On Friday, May 15th, I got up like every other day, had a light breakfast, answered some emails, and after I got up, I started experiencing some chest discomfort. This was totally new to me. I'm 59 years old and never had any heart trouble, but as there is significant heart disease in my family, family history of heart disease, I was concerned. So being that we live so close to Mercy Hospital, I decided there's no reason to take a chance and had my wife run me over here. Unfortunately, with the pandemic going on, she couldn't come in. I had to meet her at the door and tell her, you can't come in. Sorry. But I felt well taken care of, and the doctors and nurses and technicians had me hooked up immediately to EKGs and did some scans. And you can imagine my surprise when they said I was going to be taken into the cath lab. I kind of asked if that was necessary, and the doctor really got my attention when he said, yes, we think it's necessary because we think you're having a heart attack. The technicians and doctors and nurses in the cath lab were fantastic. They were, I found out later, keeping in touch with my wife to let her and my kids know what was going on, and that meant a lot to me. The time I had in the hospital was nothing short of fantastic. The doctors, nurses, everybody was wonderful. This is, I knew a world-class facility from growing up here. Now I know it from experience. We are so fortunate to have Mercy Hospital in our community. I don't know what else to say except any help you can provide, any generosity you have would be most appreciated and help keep this world-class facility here. Thank you.
Jim, I'm sure that you are watching tonight along with your family. Thank you for sharing your powerful story. And congratulations to you for graduating from cardiac rehab on Tuesday. The work we're doing tonight and your story, Jim, is personal to me. Our dad, Dale, had a heart attack 20 years ago, and he graduated from cardiac rehab 20 years ago this coming next month in September. Our dad is watching tonight, Jim, and if he could talk to you, this is what he'd say right now. Jim, you're just getting started. Thank you again for sharing your story. Everyone, now is the time where we can make the greatest difference and we can change lives forever. As you know, we are raising money for the emergency room upgrades and the cardiac care upgrades. I want to tell you again, because it's significant. Over 80,000 people are seen a year at Mercy for cardiac care. Over 100,000 people at both campuses, or 100,000. Yes, 100,000 people are seen a year at both campuses in the emergency room. Those numbers are staggering, and we need your help. now more than ever. Again, patients and staff, the outcomes that you'll provide tonight, you'll never be able to measure your ripple effect or know the difference that you've made in the lives of others. I have to tell you something super exciting. The next $75,000 that is raised is going to be matched dollar for dollar. That is right. The next $75,000 will be matched dollar for dollar. And I got to tell you that the $50,000 of that is from the Mercy Hospital Auxiliary. Thank you to the Auxiliary. $25,000 of that is from our longtime supporter, the Ramsey Lions, and we're so grateful for their generosity. But folks, tonight our goal is to raise $400,000 or maybe even $450,000. So at this time, we're going to ask you to donate. We're going to ask every single one of you to participate at a level that is meaningful to you. But if there's one thing we want you to know tonight is every dollar makes a difference. Every dollar we're equally grateful for. It takes all of us together to change lives. Thank you to each and every one of you. So hit those donate buttons now, and we're going to take a short pause and give you a quick moment to donate. We can do this together.
From For Heart, thank you.
Thank you from NHDI. On behalf of Cardiac Rehab, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for supporting the hospital.
Thank you for your support of our community hospital.
That's right. Our main message is thank you. We are well over 300,000 and we are working closer towards that goal. I want to thank the med staff for coming in at $10,000. We have several other lead gifts at $5,000, $10,000. We're absolutely grateful. I want to thank Ron at $3,500. The Colorado I want to thank Ron at $3,500. And you know what? There's so many other people that are coming in. We have folks at $500. We have folks at $5,000. We have several people at $100 and $250. Again, every dollar makes a difference, and every dollar is going to help us to get there. We could not be more thankful. Keep those donations coming, and we're going to change lives forever. Chris, we're doing great.
We are, and I am amazed right now, you guys. Everyone is giving in such a big way, and we are accomplishing so much tonight. So thank you. Please continue giving. Now, let's take a few moments to highlight our premier auction items. We get a chance to present some of the most fun items that you are finding out there on the site right now. Our first item is fantastic. It is a half-day fishing trip with Ron Shera. Ron can tell us all about it.
All right, want to catch a fish? Now is your chance. Yes, you can bet on me. Hop in my fishing boat if you're the winner, and we'll spend a half a day of fishing some lake around the Twin Cities, or maybe as far away as Mille Lacs. We'll go where they're biting, okay? Because I like to catch fish too. I'll provide all the fishing equipment. We'll go for bass, most likely. You can bring your own treats, maybe some for me too. Anyway, we'll have fun, I promise. So, join in.
Well, this is fantastic. Again, a half a day on the lake with Ron Shera. If you're from Minnesota, you know how big of a deal that is. And he'll take you out on his boat with his gear, and it'll be a trip to remember.
You know what? I'm super excited, Chris. I've got to tell you that the Ron Shera package is already at $3,500.
Wow.
But you know what? In the auction business, never in my 21-year career have I been able to sell a Ron Shera package. And the reason for that is Ron is very selective with the people that he does these packages for. So that tells me how special Mercy Hospital is to him. I'll also say, Ron owns a video production company, but in watching that personal video from his own iPhone, that's again how important Mercy Hospital is, that we asked him to send it in and we got a personal video from Ron Schara. Join us and bid strong on this package.
That's excellent. Well, I get the chance to present now the next package. This is a generous and longtime donor to the foundation, Kraus Anderson. They have given a Colorado getaway. This is their 2-bedroom timeshare condo with a $1,000 Visa gift card. This is a 1-week stay for 7 people, and you will find this place in the mountains, at the mountainside at Silver Creek Condominiums in Granby. All sorts of activities around there. It's in the mountains. This is a favorite of my wife's and mine, anywhere in the Colorado mountains, but here in particular, there was skiing nearby, wildlife. It's going to be an incredible experience for whoever gets this.
That's right. Colorado is if not, probably the hottest state that we sell live auction packages in. Everybody wants to go to Colorado. And actually, Chris, I got to tell you, my heart goes pitter-patter for mountains. As Chris said, 7 people for 1 week with a $1,000 Visa gift card. Thank you to Kraus Anderson Construction again. You know what? You're absolutely going to have a blast on this package. Head out to the mountains, and it's close to skiing, or go out in the summertime. It's going to be a great time. Currently, the bid on that package was a little over $3,000. We've got some room to move. Jump on in. We're raising money for Mercy tonight.
Excellent. Thank you. Our next item is really a fantastic experience, truly custom and unique. It is going to be an in-home chef meal by Chef Terry John Zilla. He has 20 years of experience, and this is going to be any cuisine of your choice, whether that be Asian, European, American cuisine. He can create it the exact culinary experience you want. And again, this is dinner for 8, or you can change that up and make it an appetizer reception for 15 of your closest friends. So I hope you'll take advantage of this one. I think you have a personal connection with the chef.
I do. My brother Glenn and I know Chef Terry Dean very well. And I'll tell you that he does such an incredible job, not only with this cooking, but way better than his cooking is his personality. I always say, you know what I say, Chris? That if Terry John wanted to be an auctioneer, he'd put us right out of business. That is such a fun guy that he has. He has a huge heart, and you're going to absolutely have an incredible time. It'll be a night to remember, and boy, is he generous, and he loves to make a difference for organizations. Thank you so much to him for this donation tonight. Bid strong, bid high, and I have to say that selling meals in the auction business or dinners is one of the strongest items that we have. So jump on in, have the best time bidding on this dinner. Again, you can bid till 9 o'clock.
Absolutely. I get to present the next item, though Christine is going to show it to you. It is a diamond pendant from Dan Gould Jewelers right here in Anoka. Dan is a longtime supporter of our foundation. This necklace is valued at over $2,400. You can trade this item in for another piece if you'd prefer. You can use the value on an upgrade. And again, Dan has been extremely generous. Thank you, Dan, for your donation to our auction. I think you're going to love this item. You've got it in your hands. Tell us a little more.
It's absolutely beautiful. If you want to make someone super happy tonight, bid on this. This necklace is so classy and gorgeous, and it is just sparkling. Chris, you might be wanting to bid on this for your wife as well. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful necklace. Dan, thanks again for supporting Mercy. We're so grateful.
Wonderful. Well, our 5th and final major auction item is near and dear to me, and I think has some sentimental value for many of those online here tonight. Our last item is the solid gold coin, but this coin is not any gold coin. It's Dr. Jeff Yu's coin. Came out of his collection. And I was honored to serve with Dr. Jeff Yu while he was on the board with us. He is dearly missed. And this video will tell us a little more.
Life is made up of a whole bunch of accumulated moments. And if we can just continue to pile on those accumulated good moments, then we have a good life. And it's not that hard to do. Last year, I was diagnosed with a form of lung cancer called atypical carcinoid. I got back to work at the beginning of December, and so I've been working kind of part-time since December.
But that felt great to be able to come back and...
Oh, it's heaven. It's just absolute heaven to come back to work. I mean, I can't tell you. I can't tell you how. Every day somebody comes up to me. How are you doing? Are you doing better? Are you okay? And like I said, there's been a million times where I felt like I could fall down and I'd never hit the ground because there's so many hands to catch me.
We are Savvy
and Sunny Youth.
We are Dr. Jeffrey Youth's children. We can't express how much our dad loved coming to work and taking care of his patients. Our dad really enjoyed connecting with every single person he came in contact with at the hospital.
Our dad really appreciated being on the board for the Mercy Hospital Foundation. This year we picked out one of Dad's favorite coins from his collection. This is the 1908 St. Gaudens $20 gold coin. This double eagle is one of the most sought after gold coins on the market today.
This coin is widely recognized as one of the most beautiful U.S. coins ever produced. Keep on bidding and have a great time.
Chris, as you know personally, Dr. Yu was a wonderful physician and an even better man. Thank you to his family for this donation. This is something incredibly special. Like the Ron Shera trip in my 21-year career, I've never had the opportunity to sell a gold coin. Have something that your neighbor doesn't have, and the more you bid on this, the more it's going to be worth. A truly unique item. So much fun to bid on this, and the meaning behind this, the mercy meaning behind this, is even more special than the coin. We're encouraging you on all these items to bid high, bid strong. Again, Chris, as they've heard tonight, you're going to have till 9 o'clock to bid on the live auction and to directly donate. Every dollar is going to make a difference tonight. Every dollar will help us to close the gap, and we need each and every one of you. And I need to also tell you that we are hoping that next year we're able to be together. But thank you to you people that have known Mercy and been a part of the Mercy family for a long time. We are so grateful for your support. And for you new supporters and people that have joined us for the first time tonight, thank you for learning about our mission. It means the world to us. Again, continue to bid. From the bottom of our hearts, we could not be more grateful that you joined us tonight.
Well, thank you, Christine. I'm telling you, my heart is in this, and I cannot be more excited about what we've accomplished this evening in light of the challenges that we are all facing. Tonight, this event and the work of the foundation would not be possible without some incredible corporate sponsors. And at this time, I want to take just a moment to recognize those corporate sponsors before we say goodnight. So, Midwest Heart and Vascular has been an incredibly generous sponsor at $35,000. Thank you, MHVI. At $20,000, Midwest Radiology. Thank you very much to Midwest Radiology. Our $10,000 sponsors, Knutson Construction, Midwest Anesthesiology, PSD LLC. Thank you. At $8,000, we have Connexus Energy and NXC Imaging. At $6,000, we have Hospital Pathology Associates. And at $4,000, we have Alternative Business Furniture, Carlson, Levine, Gilbert Mechanical, Minneapolis Radiation Oncology, Parsons, Twin City Orthopedics. So thank you very much for all of our corporate sponsors, and to all of you out there tonight that are table sponsors. I hope that we can be back in the room together next year celebrating with our tables of supporters and friends of the foundation and friends of the hospital. Tonight has given us so many opportunities to say thank you, and I want to thank you directly. I also want to ask for your support and your help in finishing tonight's job. Continue bidding, continue funding the need, and stay on the app. We've got the auction open till 9 o'clock for you tonight. So to each and every one of you participating this evening in our virtual event, our first ever, hopefully our last virtual event, as we will gather again. Again, I just want to extend my gratitude on behalf of me, the foundation board, and our staff. So we leave you with the work of Mercy RN, Emily Koivisto. She is also a professional photographer, and in her free time has went around to document the heroes in healthcare at Mercy. We are grateful to share Emily's work here tonight. Have a great night.
Keep on giving.